Hey everybody, sorry about the late start. I had come cross country from varsity. I'm probably about 3 minutes behind. It's 0-0. And I'm going to take a quick mute to get my son some food. The ball into the box, Hudson Holman. And that's a good goal. Hudson Holman, far post. And that's 1-0 Pats. All right, back at it. Here's Hudson Holman. Hudson Holman hungry for two. Shields drops the stamp. Stamp has Solly finding Sammy. Shot fired, Sammy Garcia, handled by the keeper for Brandon Valley JV. Solid. All right.
You're on.
All right. Close. It's a cluster getting over here. Ball cleared forward by Brandon. It's a misstep by Ros Valdez. Put out far touch. Sammy Garcia. Sammy through two centers. Looking for Rolfing. Shot fired, and that's a good goal. Sammy Garcia. Chip shot over the reach of the keeper. So starting lineups today, we've got August Plisick in goal.
Let's go, LYNX.
Cole Umstead and Will Van Scheppen, center defenders. Again, playing a 4-3-3 on the wings of the fullbacks. Charlie Krieger on the near side, Ros Valdez on the far side. Midfielders Tate Stamp, number 40. Asali Sadi, number 42. Ball taken out of there now by Van Scheppen. Finds Asali. Asali with a little flick back to himself. Too many touches, loses possession. Possession regained. And Asali looking for Sammy. On the far touch, Sammy in possession. Makes one miss, cross, and nice bit of work by the keeper for Brandon. It's rolled out by the Brandon keeper. Hudson Holman there. Krieger covering. Last touch by Brandon. Charlie Krieger with the throw. Has Tate Stamp. Stamp past one. Has Hudson. Finds Hudson Holman. Tries to make a move inside. And Brandon now in possession. Just the midline. Pass right to Ros Valdez. Looking for Sammy. And this will be depossessed it. He depossessed himself. I aim to add vocabulary to your vernacular. I've been told that before. It is, in fact, a legit word. Yes. See, I'm an educator. I'm just trying to continually pass knowledge. Put it on your word wall. self-actualizing. All right, this ball into the center third. Last touched by Brandon Valley. This will be a red throw. They were counting down from 35s. We played 40-minute halves last weekend. We'll get to a little bit of information on your JV paths as we go. Here's Duffy. Duffy has Krieger. Krieger finds Stamp. Stamp to Duffy. Nice bit of ball movement. Asali Sadi. Asali again has Sammy on the far touch. Cross coming towards Rolfing backside. Hudson Holman possesses. Shot fired. Nice shot out of Holman. And he tries to come near post. Keeper in a good position to make the save. I almost wonder where this keeper was during the varsity game. They put maybe he was already over here and they couldn't get him as Brandon went, I think, to their third. I think actually a defender ended up playing goal for Brandon. Yeah, I mean, oh, that's a handball. Yeah, and the ball just kind of popped up on the Brandon Valley striker, number 23. This would be a free kick. And we've got a slate of players ready to come in. Here's Tate Stamp. Pass 2. Stamp has Holman. Tries to find Holman. Threads the needle. Number 50 just puts this ball over the goal line for a corner. With that corner, that'll bring in a slate of substitutions. Nottingham on. Hoppen Sonicson on. Colton Volpe on. Holden Hilmo, who really had a pretty fantastic varsity game earlier today, on. Raver Mir on into a center back position. And looks like Van Scheppen off. Sammy Garcia off. Miles Rolfing off. Hudson Holman off. So Lisa Hindbjorgen can mute the feed now because Hudson's off for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Ball over the top. Tate Stamp. Sonicson. Here's Volpe. Volpe retaining possession. Drops to Krieger. Krieger. A full switch to Trey Raff. And Kyle, I wasn't on earlier, so hopefully, you actually didn't miss any playtime from Trey. Stamp as Nottingham. Nottingham through 2. Too many touches. Possession given over to Brandon Valley. Colton Volpe with a bit of hustle as a last touch, and LYNX with a throw on the near touch. Here's Hilmo with a captain's badge or a captain's armband. Through 2. Tripped, and this will be a free kick. And Volpe will be over this. Volpe, Stamp, and Krieger discussing. Sonicson, Umstead, Duffy on the 18. Sonicson, the most central. Hilmo and Raff on the farthest part of this field. Volpe, and this is right into the gut of the keeper. Pretty admirable job. Again, maybe there's a reason for it, but Brandon might want to have him on their varsity sideline next time they play. Ball gets over Umstead. Umstead goes back, finds Krieger on the near touch. And that ball kept in play. 44. Stamp. As Volpe. Volpe just cannot keep that ball in play. He zigs while Tate Stamp zags, and that ball goes over the near touch. White throw. Stamp steps. Picks a pocket. Makes one miss. It's a cheeky little move by Tate Stamp. Stamp pulls back. Finds Duffy. Plays down the near touch. Can Volpe keep this ball in play? He cannot. 44. Stamp. Volpe. Volpe has Sonics on an overlap. Sonicson turns. Tries to get past one. Gives up possession. Regains possession. Drops to Krieger. Krieger to Holden Hilmo. Last week was pretty tough with Holden Hilmo and Hudson Holman on the field at the same time. It was really difficult. And I've been saying Holden Hilmo's name for 6 years. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, what would that be? Like, we got a Holden, Hudson, Henry Hinbjorgen. So any Henry Hinbjorgens out there, don't open and roll to Lincoln while I'm doing the broadcast. Come here when I'm out. Here's Hilmo. Hilmo on ball. Lays off to Duffy. Duffy passed one. Dribbles into the feet of a defender. That ball falls right to Hilmo. Shot fired. Gathered by the keeper. That's Kingston Nelson. This Holden. Duffy looking for Volpe. Duffy dispossesses the center striker. I'll put forward towards Volpe. Allows this ball through. Volpe. And it's Kingston. Charlie delivering the ball into the penalty area. And the not a bad idea. Speedy Volpe. But too strong. And covered by the Brandon JV keeper. All punted to midfield. Here's Trey Raff. Nottingham. All last touched by White. All right, subs on. Trey Raff is going to come to the near side. Umstead and Krieger off. Kingston adjusts. There's Sonicson. Tries to flick back. Midfielder's past Nelson. Touches this ball out of play. So goals so far. 1 for Sammy Garcia. 1 for Hudson Holman. 1 for Hudson Holman. Here's Duffy. Duffy's dispossessed. Attempting to find Kingston. Regains. For Rosario Valdez. Duffy. Hilmo. Will Van Scheppen looking for Sonicson downfield. Sonicson making a run. And that ball just a bit too strong. Sonicson gladly donning the field reds for this game as the multiple yellow cards and scores in the varsity game as the backup keeper got off of the varsity field about 10 minutes prior to the start of this game. There's a ball centered wide left and high. So Plissick with the start. That's in the 3 goals last weekend on the field. And Plissick, only 1 goal allowed in the 8-1 victory over Spearfish a week ago today. This is Van Scheppen. And Scheppen finds Duffy. Duffy's first touch a little strong. 35 in possession. Ros Valdez steps. Sub. 1 on for Brandon. 42 out of the air. 42 got a little bit of play time for the varsity LYNX in the 5-0 loss. It's Kingston, touch too strong, gathered by 41. And I think maybe a handball, delayed handball call. Subs forthcoming. It'll be Garcia, Rolfing. Here's Hilmo. Has Raff. Raff to Volpe. Volpe central. Drops to Duffy. Duffy finding Volpe. Volpe has Sonicson. Decides to shoot, and that ball is, I think he's looking for a shot there, and that ball's defended. Comes up to Nottingham. Here's Sonicson. Sonicson, I think he's, And he and Volpe just need to communicate a little bit better. As I think Sonicson's trying to flick that ball forward for Volpe. Here's Kingston Nelson. Duffy, plenty of space. Has Nelson. Nelson pass 2. Finds Sonicson. Shielded by the center back. And now here is Duffy. Cross. That's wide right. Continuing to be pretty aggressive. Shot wide right. So here comes Rolfing, Holman, Garcia, Stamp, and Asali Sadi. Sonicson, Volpe, Kingston Nelson, Owen Duffy, and Nottingham off. Goal kick.
Come on, Lynx!
2-0. Halfway through the first half. And goals by Holman and Garcia. All kept in play by Brandon. Roz on Stamp. Stamp has Hilmo. And Sheppen pulls all the way back. And back to Plissick, who finds Stamp. Plenty of space here for Hilmo. Touch a little bit too strong, but maintains possession. Lays off to Rolfing, who's past 1. Tries to get past 2. Ball's falling to Hudson. Has Hilmo. And ball defended out of play by number 26. Raff on the throw. Has Hilmo and Holman. Here's Hilmo, pass 2 to the goal line. Out of play. Goal kick, Brandon. Essentially too strong of a touch. That ball falls right to Sammy Garcia. All cleared. So with those goals earlier in the game, Garcia with 5 on the year. Hudson Holman with 3. And this our fifth game. Garcia with a throw has a Solly. Defended out of play for goal kick. So far, Rolfing leading with 6. Garcia with 5. Sonicson and Holman with 3. Duffy with 2. Hilmo with 2. Stamp with 2. Volpe with 1. An 8-1 victory over Spearfish certainly helped pad some of those numbers last Saturday. Valdez looking for Sammy Garcia on the far touch. Woo! A full soul roll by Sammy Garcia. forward. Ross finds Hilmo. Vermeer. Hudson. Raff. Rolfing. Here's a cross. That's right to the keeper. I'm hoping that was a cross. I don't mind you're just not trying to play through balls all the time. I like shots, occasionally coming. Yeah. We'll give him credit for the cross, but then penalize him for crossing it right to the keeper. We don't want to be too nice. No one was there, right? Not a shot. We just don't score a shot. Kind of depends on who the kid is too. Like if it's my kid, it's like at baseball. Like if I'm scoring the game, it's never errors. Like it's always hits. All right, here's Holden. That's defended again, and now a counter available for Brandon Valley. Here's Tate Stamp. Raff has Holman on the near touch. Ray Vermeer allows that through. Has Holman. Needs a teammate to move. Rolfing does. Comes centrally, finds Stamp. Here's Stamp. Shot. Oh, and that's a bullet. We call it a shot, but not on target. We call it an attempt, yeah. I mean, it's a shot. It's just not on target. So far, 7 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals scored. I'm really just making these numbers up. Same thing, if you're broadcasting your son's pitching, the other team never gets hits. It's all errors on his teammates. It's really easy. Pad the stats. He's resting. That's right. He just needed a rest. Sammy. Will Van Scheppen. All right, subs forthcoming. 4 coming on for Lincoln. This is a Brandon throw, though, and no subs coming for Brandon, so they'll remain at midline. That's Duffy, Nottingham, Cole, Umstead, and Holden Hilmo. There's a cross. That's a shot right to Plisick. It's Ellis Parker. So number 43. Ellis got plenty of quality varsity time for Brandon. And he takes this ball out of the air. 2009 DASC player. Across, thwarted by Will Van Scheppen, all the way with a far touch. White throw. Valdez just allows that ball to trickle out of play. Now we'll have subs. Duffy, Nottingham, Umstead, and Krieger. Off goes Raff, Vermeer. Hilmo. And someone else. Duffy looking for Nottingham. Ball now possessed by Brandon. Ross Valdez will shield this. Long throw by Ross Valdez over the top, looking for Nottingham, and that's a handball on Nottingham. That we're just going to allow advantage on a handball. Inadvertent, I guess. There's a shot. Handled by Plissick. Plissick. Hudson has Krieger. Rolfing has Hudson. Also has Nottingham. Yeah, that finds Nottingham. Hudson stays on side, and Nottingham is dispossessed, and they're going to drop the ball right back to the keeper, who clears. Stamp. Hudson has Rolfing. Moves right. Shot fired. Ooh, nice stop by the keeper. Yeah, right. So there have been a couple opportunities for those little through balls. Yeah. It's a quality shot. On target. Nice save. I think a Solly with the corner. Ball fired in. Olmsted just misses in the mixer. Here's Rolfing. And, I mean, almost every player is in the penalty area. Shot fired. Oh. Kept out of the goal by 26. As that shot was fired far post, and I think if 26 isn't there, it's a 3-0 game. Yeah. There's a throw-in on the near touch. Hudson Holman. This ball fired well out of play. Another red throw, as Hudson Holman will attain. Are you keeping time? Are you keeping time? Almost. Okay. 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 Here's a Solly. Cross defended. And this would be a corner. So we think there's maybe only about 3 minutes. And that would make sense. I was about 3 minutes late to the field. So a Solly over this has Holman, then Sheppen. Here's the ball. Pretty deep. Rolfing in the air, on his feet. Moved off the ball. And that allows Duffy to attain possession. Here's a Solly. Duffy. Nottingham. Hello. Nottingham past one. And dribbles into the feet of a defender. It's a pretty quick learning curve at the high school level. If you feel the ball has been at your feet 5-6 touches, probably need to get it off your feet. As we move up to varsity level, I think if you have the ball at your foot, unless you're real special, 5-6 touches, that's probably, you're going to put yourself into trouble. Yeah. That many touches, you're assuming that probably some defenders have come towards you, which would mean that you have a teammate available. Here's Hudson. There's a Solly. Charlie serves towards Rolfing, who's shielded and moving goal side. Umstead asks Krieger, who was that to? I'm not sure if that was tongue-in-cheek or actually he was curious. Goal kick, Brandon. Towards Ellis Parker, taken out of the air by Duffy. And then Parker, there's a quick counter available. The speedy Van Sheppen able to drop to Plissick. Ball over the head of Ellis Parker. There's Nottingham, Ellis Parker. And he and Nottingham in a bit of a battle. Duffy, Asali, Nottingham, Kingston. Towards Rolfing. The speedy Rolfing gathers possession. Comes centrally. Fires back there for it. Is Asali. Pulls. Tries to fire. Is defended. Really nice opportunity on the cross from Rolfing. Yeah, it's a really smart idea. And as the varsity team tends to see with the attack, the varsity team and this JV Patriot team tend to see a lot of opposing jerseys in the box, dropping back, and then hoping for the counter. This is a cross from Duffy towards the head of Rolfing. That drops. Ooh. That was a sick little bicycle kick out of. Is that Kingston? Yeah. Well, I know. Well, I don't think they ever work on that. Jake Burchett had one that worked last week against Spearfish. That's halftime, folks. So your Pats JV with a 2-0 lead here at Yankton Trail, field number 12. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for joining us on the All right, we're back live. Maybe a little bit off. We'll get to lineups. 3 or 4 really strong juniors return, like really strong juniors. And then there's a lot of strong juniors in this group and sophomores that will fill those roles. It's Cole Umstead looking for Garcia. It's over Garcia. Beyond a defender. Keeper calling for the drop. Duffy has Volpe. Garcia in a striker position. Sonicson, right wing. Volpe drops to Asali Sadi. A ball beyond Asali has Hilmo. And they will just drop all the way back to the JV keeper. He delivers the ball to Duffy. Hilmo, Vermeer. Here's Trey Raff on the near touch. And Duffy in possession. Finds Asali. Hilmo to Asali. Finding Garcia, and this ball will be defended and dropped to Hilmo's feet. Volpe firing a shot is defended, pulls back. Sonic's on the back post. Shot fired wide right. Defended, I believe, and this will be a corner for your JV Patriots. Who's the JV keeper for Brennan?
Huh?
Who is the JV keeper?
Sam.
Okay. Was he not at the varsity game?
He was at the first.
And then they sent him over?
He left in the
Okay.
So yeah, he just sits first.
Okay. All right. That explains it, because they put in their third string keeper with the injury. So I was just wondering with this, I mean, he's a pretty good keeper, so I just wondered why he wasn't available. He had probably already come over here for this game. Okay. The freshman got injured. The freshman keeper got injured, and then what? Quinn plays the field normally now? Or is Quinn injured? Okay, so Quinn can't be in game. Okay, that explains it. Thank you. All right, here's Volpe. Not today, in an earlier, I think a game a week or two ago. So number 7, if we got the varsity game, number 17, probably their best player. He's actually their keeper, but he was on the field because he got a broken hand. Here's Hilmo. Yeah. Here's Krieger. And now an attack. A counter available for Brandon. Too many touches. This ball falls to Sonicson. Sonicson trying to thread the needle towards Sammy. Has Raff. Raff towards the 18, towards the goal line. Cross, defended, and a corner earned by Trey Raff. Sammy Garcia, the lefty, will be over this. Sonicson on near post. A lot of height in the box. Vermeer, Umstead. Ball delivered. Put out right back to Sammy Garcia. Another cross forthcoming over Sonicson's head. Here's Hilmo looking for Umstead. I'll put out a play. Last touched by White. Red throw. Krieger. Krieger finds Duffy. Duffy has Hilmo back to Duffy. Has Trey Raff on a full switch. Raff in possession has Sonicson down the touch. Finds Opland. Cross, actually a pullback now. The left foot. Maybe a cross. And that's a shot. Sonicson makes a 2 or 3 miss. Might have to give him a bad time about how many touches he took there, but he did get a shot off. So, I guess he'll still get dinner. Shot cross. Hilmo, Vermeer. That pass a little bit lazy. And now Brandon Valley in possession at the midline. Hilmo. Here's Asali. Colton Volpe. Sammy. Past one. And Sammy is dispossessed. And the pass back to the keeper over the goal line for a corner kick. I think. So Colton Volpe will be on this. Up towards the 18 is Cole Umstead, Raver Mir, Asali Sadi. Sonicson on the far edge from Volpe. Ball launched. Vermeer, and that's defended forward, falling towards Duffy. Then falls to Umstead, who tries a back heel. Ball centered again. Here's Asali. Asali with a shot wide right. About 6 minutes into this second half. Pats, several opportunities, but nothing in the back of the net. Little kick. Ball centered. And big boot all the way down to midline. Vermeer steps. That's ball first. Hopefully he's okay. There's Homo. Duffy. And he's down, so timeout. We will pause. To make sure number 47 is okay after the collision, I think, with Duffy. No, it's Vermeer. 2010s, Lincoln. Sammy. So Sammy, the freshman, is he's a 2010. Lofton. Holden's younger brother Lofton is an 8th grader coming up. He's a quality player. I don't know which ones are Lincoln bound. Those are probably the two that I really know. Obviously Sammy's already here. Here's Duffy, but Lofton Hilmo, and actually Lofton's playing up, so he might actually be 2 years away, but he plays 2010, so I could be wrong there. Right, across, the switch intercepted, and now the counter available to Brandon. A bit of passing, and Raff slows down the attack. Handball. I think handball, maybe? Raff, ball is deflected off the back, number 34. Sonicson. Sonicson has Hilmo. Chips this ball forward. I think he thought Asali or Colton. Oh, yeah, I thought Colton was. So Colton zagged, Oppen zigged, and the keeper ends up with the ball. A big punt over the head of the tall Brandon Valley striker. Here's Duffy. Krieger. Hilmo. Hilmo through 2. Lays off to a streaking Charlie Krieger. Krieger has Colton Volpe. Volpe dribbles into the defender's shin guards. And now Brandon in possession. Last touched by Hilmo. Brandon throw. And I've been paused in my countdown. Sorry, everybody. Disregard the clock. No, I just on my countdown timer. I just didn't. After the restart, I didn't restart the time. Here's Sammy. Sammy has Volpe. Volpe through. Sammy through 2. Shot gathered by the Brandon Valley keeper. Sam. Big punt. Taken out of the air neatly by Ray Vermeer right to the feet of Owen Duffy. Has Sonicson. Sonicson tries to pull back. Sonicson looking for Sammy. Sammy tries to thread forward towards Duffy, and ultimately a corner is earned. Not the prettiest way to earn a corner, but we'll take it, and that's going to end. That's going to end the time for about 7 of these players. Sonicson off, Nottingham on, Kingston on. Hudson on, Will Van Scheppen on, Miles Rolfing on, Ros Valdez into a defensive position. Duffy will be over this in the near corner. I think that is all of the subs. Ball delivered high, punched forward, Rolfing there, and Rolfing trying the bike. So the sheerest form of flattery after Burchett scored on the bike last week, everyone wanting one for their highlight reel, vying for maybe some potential varsity time. Hudson threw 3. And that ball kicked and blocked by the keeper. Another corner earned for your Patriots. Nice bit of work.
Let's go, Lex!
Hudson shreds about 2 defenders. He's looking to put that ball closer to the 6. Earns the corner. The corner will be taken by Holden Hilmo. Again, your varsity Patriots with a 5-0 defeat. At the tale of 2 halves. This ball delivered low. I don't think that's the way Hilmo wanted it. We'll get another shot. This ball a little bit more powerfully put in. Deflected for a counter. And Hilmo earns a throw-in for his Pats. And here's Hudson Holman. Finds Duffy, which this ball is put forward. Rolfing. Duffy has Nottingham. Finds Nottingham. Now ball passed directly to number 41. And off to the races, number 41. That ball is going to have to be cleared by Cole. And eventually, August Plissick there for it. There's a throw in Nottingham, looking for Kingston. And that's going to be a foul on Kingston. Just kind of chopping at the ankles of the defender and right in front of the AR. Trying to put his toe onto the ball, but right in front of the AR. They're going to call it pretty consistently. Van Scheppen. Ball is out of play. Last touch by Van Scheppen. Sub forthcoming. And this is Ellis Parker and another Brandon player. I know Ellis Parker. Over the varsity game, I try to keep a list, but oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Keeps me out of trouble. All right, Brandon with the throw. Here's number 42. Again, 42 had some opportunities in the varsity game earlier today, as did Parker. Umstead, possession given up, and then gathered by the keeper, August Plissick. Krieger back to Plissick. If we're going to switch. Woo. A little close for comfort. Here's Ros Valdez looking for Kingston. Kingston has an overlap with Nottingham. And then here is Rolfing. Attempting to get Rolfing on a through ball. 2 defenders collapse. Nottingham with a throw. Has Kingston Nelson. We're an illegal throw. I'm wondering if he stepped his foot into the field of play. I didn't see where the ball was located. If he didn't get the ball completely behind his head on the throw, or if he stepped onto the field of play. You can step on the line on the throw, but your foot can't come into the field of play. So I don't know exactly. Here's Hudson. It's a dangerous body work by the Brandon attacker, just kind of flying through. Here's Hilmo. And we're looking for Kingston Nelson. I'll put forward. Looking for Ellis Parker, who kind of seems to be hobbling. Yeah, Parker is not himself. Roz. Looking for Rolfing. Again, it's these through balls that are kind of getting caught in the mud. Here's Van Scheppen. Has Hilmo. This ball bulleted into midfield. Roz Valdez. Valdez has Nottingham, who has Rolfing. Rolfing pulls back, but is dispossessed by 41. Rolfing. Yeah, it's all ball. So I understand the moans. Like, I get it. It looks really dangerous. But if you're contacting all ball first, you're gonna get there's not gonna be a penalty on that, especially if you. That probably should be. Yeah, maybe a little bit of payback. I get that hurts. It looks terrible. It sounds terrible. But if you go all ball first and your cleats are down, the call is not going to come on that. Duffy over this. Long ball put forward. Right to the keeper. 2-0. 20 minutes remaining. The ball bounces over Duffy. Off the back shoulder of Roz Valdez, who has Hilmo. Hilmo looking for Nottingham. Is it Nottingham? Okay. I asked Alpin. I was calling him Nate the first 2 weeks. Nottingham. Okay. Probably still won't get it right. Here's Rolfing. Flick. Wide right. 2-0. Goal kick. Sub on for Brandon. For 10 shots, 5 on target, 2 goals. Your Pats, Nottingham off the head. That ball is delivered to a Brandon attacker. And now Brandon with their best opportunity so far. Van Scheppen clearing. And I think clears for a throw. Ball put in. Crossed. Handled by Holden Hilmo. Duffy. Nottingham. Crossed up. Flicked out by 40. And got to keep our feet down, buddy. Got to keep our feet down, Nottingham. You got this, buddy. So it is interesting that we've had 2 incorrect throw-ins called by this ref, and in the varsity game, there was a Brandon player consistently throwing the ball kind of sideways, never a call. But the current AR was the center ref and probably wasn't watching that in the varsity game. Okay, Roz Valdez with the throw. Subs. Sammy Garcia on, Asali Sadi on, Alpin Sonicson. Trey Raff in a left defensive position. Colton Duffy in a left attacking position. Roz Valdez drops to Van Scheppen, who fires forward. This ball falls to Duffy. Duffy looking for Rolfing. Rolfing through. Has Sammy Garcia. The ball's to the feet of number 40. Sonicson there for it. Sonicson flicking forward. I think he's looking for Asali, who helps him out and does gather possession. Asali has Sonicson. Sonicson back to Volpe. Pass beyond to Rolfing and eventually cleared by Brandon. The near touch. Number 42. Osvaldez trying to slow the attack. And Will Van Scheppen puts this ball into the Harrisburg School District. Yeah, white throw. Hi. 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 How are you? Never mind, it's fine. I tried. Duffy. Ros Valdez kept in play, and unfortunately just a little bit of a mistouch. And here's Valdez with the throw in, looking for Duffy. Duffy looking for Asali. Asali finds Volpe. Here's Asali. Has Duffy. Duffy. And back on the counters, number 41. This ball's just rocketed downfield, and that'll be easily gathered by August Plissick. I'll just stick with his first name, I think. Here's Volpe. Volpe has Asali. Duffy. Through ball to Rolfing. Here's a great opportunity for Miles Rolfing. Shot fired right at the keeper. There's about 15 minutes left. And a shot fired on target. And here's Duffy. Garcia crossing towards Rolfing. Defended by the keeper. And cleared by the back line. This will be a Patriot throw. Excessively cleared. That one was cleared into the Washington district. Washington. I'll put it in play. Here's Volpe. Volpe finds Duffy. Shot fired high. All right. So keep those shots coming. I got to admit, our efficiency is pretty low this game. Not too bad as far as on target. 12 shots, 6 on target, 2 goals. This ball just chipped. And the keeper up to 41. Sonicson eventually compresses. Online, Ros Valdez is backtracking. Here's a cross off the head of Ellis Parker. Ellis Parker, who I called Parker Ellis for like 3 years. I still occasionally get it wrong. I can go both ways. I should just use one word, then and I'm always right. Here's Ray Vermeer. Vermeer through 1. Finding Volpe. Here's Duffy. The slide tackle. Duffy is dispossessed on the slide. 42, dispossessed by Asali. Here's Ross. Duffy again has Sonicson, has Rolfing. Looking for someone. And it's going to be on 41. That's maybe 50-50. Van Scheppen. I'd have gotten the benefit of a call there. 13 minutes remain. Van Scheppen delivering towards Volpe. A fortuitous misdirect to your Pats coming off the shin guard of a LYNX defender. So that will result in a throw-in. Raff has Volpe. Volpe flicks forward down the goal line, still in possession, and that ball's over the goal line. Goal kick, Brandon. Quick delay subs on for Brandon. Subs up for Lincoln. This ball just chipped towards 41. Rolfing steps. Sammy has Rolfing. Rolfing has Sonicson. Rolfing pass to cross coming. And he's just completely taken out on the cross. And I have a feeling Hudson Holman's going to come in for him because Hudson was already at the 50. As we pause time, Rolfing, I think, probably has to come off. Excuse me, he came in for Volpe. So Rolfing's going to remain on the field. Sammy. Touch too strong. Nice step out of Ros Valdez. Sammy. And ball fed downfield at the head of Van Scheppen. Two LYNX occupy the same space and time and eventually come up with possession. Raff to Sonicson. Sonicson to Holman. Back to Raff. Back to Holman. On the far touch, Holman has Sonicson, Rolfing, and on the back post, Sammy lays off to Asali. Asali to Duffy. To Sammy. Sammy cross. Hudson there for it. Here's Duffy, and that is not worth 3 points. Shot fired high and left. Another goal kick. About 10 minutes remaining. 2-0. Your Patriots wanting to open things up a little bit here. Really have maintained control. And this ball goes right to Sammy. Sammy has Oppland. Oppland drops to his feet. And Sonicson is going to get called for a foul. Just kind of runs through 41. Yeah, just kind of using his posterior physicality. He really wants a goal. The goalkeepers don't get to score often, so he's going to bully through. Sammy. Thank you. My own family. Actually, I think I might have pulled my hammy.
That is the one you pulled.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whew. All right, 9 minutes remain. Ros Valdez with the ball. Plays centrally towards Asali. Asali pulls. Back to Ros. Here, we want to move forward. Ross looking for Sonicson. Out of the air. Sonicson to Hilmo. Back to Umstead. Krieger. Far touch. Back to Hilmo. Hilmo feeds Sonicson. Sonicson to Hilmo. Hudson Holman. He's through two. Cross coming. Who's there? Wow. Off of Rolfing and covered by Sam, the goalie. I think that's number 42. Sonicson flicks towards Garcia. Garcia settles, but his touch is too strong. Attempts to regain possession and does via a throw. Sub. And unfortunately, that's going to be Oppland's time. And Nottingham will, it's just not going to, I mean, you can keep saying it. Nottingham will sub in for Oppland. It's about 7 minutes. And here's Hudson, who's moved over to a right striking position. Full field switch. Sammy past one, cross forthcoming. Hudson there for it. Nottingham. Will. Oh, last touch by Brandon. There's Sammy Garcia on the far touch. And Rolfing offside. Nope. About 6 minutes left. This ball just about in line with the 18. And this is served to midfield. Gets through. And there's no way he'll be able to keep that ball in the field of play. Goal kick. Ben Sheppen. Here for a Sally. Taken out of the air. Valdez looking for Hudson. I'll put out wide and will be wrangled in by Cole Umstead as Krieger down the far touch keeps the ball in play. And a beautiful pass down line to the streaking Miles Rolfing. It was beyond one, beyond two, has Holman, and that is an own goal, I think. So looking for Hudson Holman. I think that's probably last touch by a defender. And that's a... I won't give the celebratory goal call because I don't have anyone to attribute that to, but should probably give some credit to Miles Rolfing. Shreds the defense, has a teammate in Hudson Holman that he's directing the ball towards. And just unlucky for the defender. Yep. I think it's, he can get an assist. Right.
Oh, wow. I don't think it was 32. It wasn't 31. I think it was 31 that got it. 23 got hit.
So, third goal. Might have to go back for video replay, Jenna. What's that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Raver Miron. That will probably do it for Will Van Scheppen in the center back position. Under 5 minutes. 3-0. Your Pats. Here's Krieger. Number 33 in possession. Slowed by Asali. And eventually this ball over the near touch. For a Patriot throw. Completed by Ros Valdez. Looking for Notneem. And that ball magically gets through two defenders. Notneem looking for Rolfing. Rolfing steps. Is through. And Rolfing pulls back. Centers to Hudson. And that, wow. Okay. Must have been ball first. It looked like it was from behind. Okay. There's Vermeer. Vermeer steps. I think Notneem. Ball's last touched. And I wish I had a camera. We had some pretty athletic movement here on the sideline. Unfortunately, just couldn't get my camera to it. Oh boy, that's the game, folks. So your JV Pats, similarly to the varsity Pats, moved to 5-0 on the season with a 3-0 victory over Brandon Valley. Goals by Hilmo Garcia, and an own goal via the hard cross in by Rolfing, looking for Hudson. Holden Hilmo. Or Hudson had it. Hudson had one.
An hour and a half ago.
That's right.
You had to go earlier too. Was it varsity earlier? Or? Yeah.
It was my fault. It was my fault. So Garcia, Holman, and then an own goal. Lead your JV Pats to a 3-0 victory. I think we play again next Tuesday at Roosevelt. So we'll try to be live on the stream for any parents or grandparents not able to make it. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. Your Pats victorious.